get sorted. So guys, today we're doing a test run on our podcast series that we want to begin. The idea is to have business people come here, we chat a bit with them, so they tell us something specific in the industry that they're good at, something to help out other people. So the idea is when somebody tunes in, they can listen to it, they can grab a little piece, a golden nugget of information from a certain person in a certain industry. So we've got a few people lined up. We'll see how it goes. So in next week, we'll start our first episode. We'll shoot it. We're going to see how it works. We're going to then edit it and see how it turns out.
So currently we don't have a name for it yet, but so if you guys have any ideas, please do give us a name suggestion. Mainly we're still running around to see what we're actually going to come up with. But yeah, so like you said, it's just to basically for us also to learn out of it. I think the main key here is to grow a network. So if we can grow a network, then there's more business opportunities that we can evolve around. And hopefully you guys can learn something as well.
What would your ideal business be to have a chat with?
The ideal business person to chat with. I think first it would be marketing. Even though we're in the marketing industry itself, but it'll help for us to market ourselves as well.
All right.
So we can learn from them all the way through from the ads placement to creating the content itself. Okay. And then hopefully we can incorporate that into other companies or businesses that we get to do their marketing for as well.
Okay. So if you say marketing, more digital marketing, or what marketing you referring to?
I would say marketing overall, not necessarily focused on digital marketing, because the marketing itself is quite a wide spectrum.
Okay.
So I think it would be best to be the jack of all trades. I know they say master of none, but it's normally the master that drives the truck. So I think I think it's better to do it to know everything, because then at the end of the day you're gonna hire people that's going to be able, with that certain skill knowledge that's set, to completely do the job.
Yeah.
And just enough for us to know that they can't bullshit us and then, just tell us, no, this is how it's done. But then we know, no, it should be in a certain way. So I think just to get an overall understanding of how the marketing itself works, in all the way through from email marketing, mobile marketing, social marketing, influencer marketing, billboard ads, so that we know the basics of it just enough so that we can ask someone else to implement it for us. Yes.
Just a quick note, the actual phrase for that jack of all trades but master of none, the last part is it's a jack of all trades, master of none, oftentimes better than master of one. So that's the full sentence of the phrase. But just to get back, explain to me what your definition of marketing is. You touched now on influencer marketing, billboards. So what is your concept of marketing?
So the marketing itself is not just the visual aid of a product or business, but it's to create awareness of a company, whether they provide a service or product, and to get them known in the community in which they want to provide their value. So the marketing isn't necessarily creating an advertisement itself, but it could also be, word of mouth is the strongest form. We all know it. You basically get your best clients through people that you've worked with before, and they refer you to others. One key crucial element in any business, because if you don't market at all, you're not going to be able to get leads. You don't get leads, you don't get sales, you don't get sales, you don't get any cash flow. So I think it's the foundation of a business, I would say. To start a business is easy. You can go registered for 150 Rand and Bob's your uncle, there you have a company, but you don't have a cash flow. And the idea for everyone is to make money out of a business.
Yes.
There's no one that just says, no, they like doing business, they don't mind about the money. Yeah, that's a bunch of nonsense.
That's a hobby.
Yeah, that's a hobby. It's called a passion. And videography is not a passion or a hobby, it's a business. So overall, I would say in marketing, it's the first fundamental foundation of any business. You need that in order to proceed with your business. And where a lot of people sometimes not miscommunicate, they completely oversee it, is they say, no, we're not going to do marketing because there's not enough money for it. And they continue as they have for the next 3 months, 6 months. But now the money has already run out. So where are you going to go to now? So I think it might have been better if you just market from the start, take that financial hit, budget accordingly, of course. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
But I would say do marketing, because if you don't market, you're going to be exactly in the same place where you were 3 months ago. So rather start from the beginning and do it, even if it's a little by little.
All right.
Yeah.
What would you say is the difference between marketing and branding? You touched on marketing is getting awareness, putting yourself out there. But what is the difference then for you to brand yourself as a company, to be known as, for example, Nike, that is known for the quality, the product?
Do it.
Just do it. So in terms, where do you draw the line between what is marketing and branding, and where does it overlap?
Okay, so the marketing would be marketing the company, and then the branding would be that is the company. Meaning, if you market something, you market the brand. The brand stands for something. It's not just, okay, let's say for instance, it's not just, it's Apple, okay, but Apple has a certain, call it a personality to it.
All right.
It's quality. Everyone knows that they like the quality of an Apple compared, let's say, to a Samsung. So Samsung is a great phone, but the message you get through Apple is it's a high end phone, high end smartphone. It's very compatible. It's a smart digital device. So with brand, you want to create a personality towards a niche market where they can reflect to it. They feel they have something in this brand. It speaks to them. It's relatable. Right. So that's what you want to do with the brand, is specifically created around your niche market. So it's for them. They feel as if they're part of a movement. So today, everyone wants to know they are part of something, whether it's they in a gaming community, or they're part of a videographer's group, or they go to networking events. They want to be part of something. So your brand should stand for something that they can find a bit of themselves inside of your brand. So what would your view be on the difference between brand and marketing?
So marketing for me is, like you said, all of the ad placement, all of the social media, all of the visual aids that you put out there to get awareness, to remind people of your company and all that. Brand for me is what people feel towards you. So when you think of Rolex, you think of its status. If you think of the same with, you mentioned Apple, it's good quality, but there's a element of status that if I have an iPhone, I'm better than you. It gives that. So for me, branding is always that. What feeling do you want to give towards your community, your audience, your customers? So whether it be the cause that, if you sell cars, if you're a second-hand car dealership, your brand stands for, you invite people in, you know the cars that you sell or good quality cars. So the brand that you have is, let's say if I go to We Buy Cars, I know every car there on the floor is good quality. I won't have problems. Not only I'm saying that's their brand, I'm using an example, but that's the thing for me. You can market all of the cars. You can take nice photos. You can market, this car is available for sale. This house is available for sale. But the moment the brand comes in is what people feel towards the brand. So if you have a real estate company that you go, I like these people, they're trustworthy. That's a brand. That's not something, you can't market trustworthiness, but you can place your brand, your company in that position of trustworthiness. Either that being using marketing techniques of showcasing your transparency, showcasing how you go through the buying process, so people know there isn't any hidden cost, hidden anything. So people know, there's people we can trust. So that's the difference for me between branding and marketing, is how you place yourself, or how people or customers view you, and what they feel towards you. So marketing right can get your brand where it needs to be. But there's the overlap for me. You have to market yourself.
That's also good in terms of, that's also an excellent viewpoint when we're creating videos for clients. Their product material, or service material. It's inside of that video, the content, image, whatever is created, the visual aspect of it. There needs to be a message that's brought forward, a call to action at the end of the day. And behind that call to action is their brand. So in that brand, that's why, for instance, with the real estate agents as an example, it's also an excellent idea to put them in the videos. Because when they are in the videos, people can see them and they know, okay, these are the type of agents they're going to work with. it creates a bond of trust, because the moment you see a face, you immediately feel, okay, you can trust this a bit more. For instance, where you just see a video and images, and even to be worse, on the listing itself, there's no image of the agent, then you don't know, are you going to trust the people or not? So I think overall, actually, not just with real estate, with any type of brand. For instance, the weekend past, we had a shoot for Lychees. So it's silicone handbags that they create. So they want to cater to all women. Overall, just explaining that this handbag is durable and can go anywhere. So in that, the people we use, they had to be as friendly as possible. The marketing comes after the video, but the brand needs to be incorporated into the video so that your message can be brought forward as what you stand for as a company.
Yeah. And just to touch on that as well, the video we did, or the shoot we did last week, so we can show you guys the final cut, but if you see the final version, you see the video, it looks like an ad, it feels like an ad, and maybe it is catered towards you. Maybe you're looking for a more durable handbag. You see the video and it clicks with you, and you're like, oh, hit shop now, or whatever the case may be. But if you see the behind the scenes, the snippets we put out on their social media of we joking, we taking 5 or 6 or 8 takes to get the right shot, you see the people enjoying themselves, laughing. That's a brand. That's something you can look on, and you see the video, the final edited video, and it looks beautiful. But there's no brand, there's no emotion. It looks like a great handbag, but you see the behind the scenes where we take the shot. You hear the woman laughing. You get that feeling of, yes, I can connect with these people because I'm also a friendly person. You see the video, you're like, yo, I love it that this brand stands for women of all types, women that are on the go, and that's amazing. So when you see those type of content, that's the marketing that brings over to brand. You see the brand stands for, you get the feeling of this is a handbag for everyone, people on the go. So that's for me the difference. You can brand yourself as a handbag that everybody enjoys. It's for social people. It's for those people that want to go out and have a great time. You see the content, but you also have the final marketing products that show people this is the quality of the handbag. So that's the difference for me between the marketing side and the branding side. Both of them use video and photos and content. It's just how it is used to place yourself in a position.
I think people also overlook on how strong behind the scenes content actually is.
Yeah.
Because that actually reflects that, it's not just a commercial and people want to make money out of it. Again, that is the main objective, but it also gives the message forward that, they're also just human. Everyone makes mistakes. It seems like a fun brand because especially with behind the scenes, there's a lot of things that happen where you laugh. For example, with the Lychee shoot that we had. So all that needed to happen, she just had to take the handbag and place it onto the table. I'm not sure why, but in her mind, she had to do it in slow-mo. So each and every time she takes the handbag, it comes off fast, and then everything just goes super slow. Not me, like she's literally just placing it down slowly. And then by the third time, I told her, okay, but don't do it slow, just do it normally. And then on the fourth time, she was, okay, she's going to do it normally, but then she takes the handbag and does it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So, and then everyone laughs. So there's quite a few things that happen behind the scenes. Now, those moments, if you capture that and post it, even if it's just a blooper that someone makes a mistake, and then even if they feel shy about it, I think at the end, post it because it just shows you that the brand is still human. It's something that they can relate to.
Another thing also with behind the scenes is the moment you see the final video, everything looks well polished. It looks nice. It looks great location, great set. Everything just falls together. But that is major editing part as well. When you see behind the scenes, even where we're filming this now, we had to move so much things around just to get the setup. So the moment you see the behind the scenes, you see, yes, it's real people, it's real environments, it's real things happening. Like you said now, it took about 5 or 8 takes to get the one shot. But you see the enjoyment, the people enjoying being there. So as we film, we made a couple of jokes. At the third time she moved in slow motion, the people enjoyed just experiencing that. So people miss out on those type of content when you only see the final product. Because at the final product, you just see her put the handbag down, the shot we needed. But it took 8 takes. But that was such a fun moment for me, where we laughed so hard, and eventually we got it. And the second last one, we had the shot, and she was so excited, she threw her hands in the air. and then the hand was in front of the camera, so we had to do the shot again. But it's moments like that, and the moment you use content like that, I feel personally on social media, people connect with that because that's real, uncut, raw, and that's things people connect with. The final product is great. It's great for running as ads because people like seeing that, and it feels then more quality. So if the video is done right, it feels like the product also matches the quality. That's just a personal opinion that I have. If something is done professionally, I feel the product is professional. But the moment you go on TikTok or Instagram and you scroll and you see these behind the scenes moments of how long it took, well, not how long, but mostly the moments that went in to create those, that is things people look on and see, yes, that's actually quite funny. I want to see more of the content they have. They go onto the profile, they see more videos of behind the scenes bloopers, how the lady's name is Jo, how Jo worked herself up to get the handbags and her entire story, and then people connect with that. And I feel that's something people can then stand behind and go, you know what, I want a handbag like this because one, it's for me because it's going to solve the problem that I have of my handbag getting dirty, getting water on, all of that thing. But I also want the handbag for the status, the effect that I am also one of these people that enjoy having a great time, laughing with people, having fun, and just being uncut, raw, and unfiltered.
Now, I think to add on to that is the saying that they always say, it's not about the destination, it's the journey. It's the same thing with your product, the material you create to market yourself. I think the video, it's the destination. It's good to be there. It's excellent. But it was that journey in between that was fun. And still, your clients, your consumers, they want to see that. They want to be part of that. I think that'll be ideal to use your behind the scenes to post and share with everyone. For instance, if you think about a movie as well, you see the final movie and you think, oh, this was great. And then there's always these moments, for instance, where Tom Cruise broke his ankle in Mission Impossible behind the scenes, and then he tells the whole story of what happened. So all of those little stories you still find interesting. You're like, oh, okay, that's it's not a useful fact, but it's fun to know. You laugh a little bit, have a bit of enjoyment inside. So I think that's very crucial to any marketing, to compare marketing and brand together. I think that's a key to post.
What is your take on testimonies?
So testimonies are great, especially to create trust in a brand, but don't overdo it, because the moment, if it's just, for instance, the worst thing that you get the whole time with car sales is they post each and every car they sell, and then they say, this client was happy, this client was happy. But it feels like spam afterwards, because it's all they post. They only post, this is cars for sale, and then they post, this car has been sold. So it looks, from my perspective, I'm willing to be wrong. From my perspective, it's more, you're allowed to brag, but they overdo it, because every time I go into Instagram and Facebook, I see them the whole time. There's, okay, another car sold, another car sold. And it feels kind of they rather want something instead of, providing me with value.
Yeah.
So it's like Gary Vee says, it's jab, jab, hook.
Jab.
This is a cross.
Jab, 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 right hook.
That's one. Okay, so 3 jabs.
Yes.
Sorry, Mike Tyson. So it's 3 jabs and cross. So the idea with that is you want to provide value the whole time. Even if you could make money off of it, but providing value at little to no costs will create a lot of trust. So testimonials in that order, it is valuable to post it, because then people know, okay, yes, that you are to be trusted. But don't overdo it, because then it just comes forward as spammy and you just want something out of it the whole time. So rather, let's say, for instance, with the car sales, provide them a value also that they know, for instance, what should they actually be looking out for when they're buying a car? Is there a certain amount they can run a background check on the vehicle? And, it's something that can help them, and they'll be like, okay, they never thought of that. Yeah. Or just entertaining videos for them to laugh off of. That's all. Just to be funny off of it. I think that'll be better than testimonials. I'm not saying throw testimonials away, but do keep it in check. Limit it a bit.
One last question. You mentioned now about the create funny videos. How relevant would you say is funny videos? So from my point of view, social media needs to be social. So we need to have those funny moments, because that's what attracts some people. But where do you draw the line of making the company look like a joke if all they post are funny content? So how do you implement funny content while still being professional without being too professional that the funny video doesn't hit its mark, if that makes sense?
I think the main thing is it depends on the brand. Because some brands won't even look towards funny. They completely stay away from it. They want to be firm and professional. So firstly, the brand will depend where you draw the line. And then also you can take a look at, let's say, Lekker Slaap with their commercial videos. That all of those things are funny. But it's not that it's too much, or in a sense that it's common.
Yes.
That is, it's just, I think it needs to be funny. Some people try and be funny, and then they overdo it. They do stupid, simple things, and then you just look at the video and you're like, oh, this is what was the point of it? So mainly I think it depends on the brand, and from that you can talk to your client to ask them, do they want humor, do they not want? So there's no strict answer to that. It all comes back to, what does your brand stand for?
100%.
All right, guys, so that was our first one. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do let us know if you guys have any examples or something cool for a name, just not something cool. Actually, that could work. So, quoting Channing Tatum there.
Oh,
No, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let us know if there's someone specifically you would like to talk about, or what you would like us to talk about. Like we said, mainly the focus would be on business, in overall sales marketing, just to give you a little bit more insights, and also for us to help grow our network and gain also insights. Till next time, Michael out.
cool, guys. Have a great one.
Alles mooi hard.